aren't in danger, but we'll have more on that story and more. Good morning and welcome to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. So we're watching the snow this morning move through portions of the lakes, move into the northeast. Going to be our first big snowmaker of the season for Maine. And around Buffalo, we're keeping a close watch on you. Temperatures are going to be running above average. Big ridge in our jet stream. This pattern continues. This has been the norm so far in November. It has been the norm to kick off December as well. And so we're going to see this continuing. That's going to push that warm air all the way north through the lower 48 up into southern Canada. Temperatures will be running above average. Now, December above average, of course, is different than, July above average, but still 43 degrees is a very mild day for December. We're going to see that on Saturday. We've got Chicago at 48, Detroit, we're at 50 for your first Saturday in December. On Sunday, we keep it above average with temperatures throughout the area in the 40s and 50s. We're staying above average into Monday as well, and no signs of any big cool down in really the short range here as we take a look at your forecast. So the numbers play out like this. Chicago, we had enough cold air to get a little snow yesterday. We'll be a little bit on the relative cool side. We'll be at average, which is cool these days, 39 degrees. And then we keep it in the upper 40s all the way through the weekend and low to mid 40s by next week. All of these days are going to be above average. All right, and following our top weather stories this morning is Dave Malkoff. Good to have you again, Dave. Good. Dave, it was a lot crisper out there this morning, wasn't it? So big changes into the southeast today. The front is through, dry air is in place, dew points have dropped off, the skies have cleared, and it's colder. Really have some temperature changes running about 10 to 20 degrees cooler right now than you were yesterday at this time. That's you in Montgomery and Birmingham and Atlanta. Nashville, 36 degrees. A lot of sunshine out there this afternoon, so it probably will feel a whole lot more comfortable than yesterday with the clouds and the rain and the humidity. You've got temperatures running a little bit below average, a smidge below average today in the south. That's not the trend. The trend is actually to go up, but today is our day to get a break from those warm conditions. And heading up in Memphis to only 49 degrees. You can see temperatures are going to start off this morning close to 40 or in the upper 30s, and then we climb under sunshine to the upper 40s at about lunchtime, staying there through the afternoon. Bright, nice sun, though. It's going to feel good for you out there in Memphis. So that's what's happening for us in the south. We're going to see a lot of sunshine for most of us, with the exception of South Florida, and we'll have more on that forecast as well coming up this morning. You here on AMHQ. So we've got to look at the week ahead, and we end, of course, with the weekend. Starting today with the West Coast, pretty active out there. The East, this is going to be our first big snow event of the season in Maine, and then in South Florida, we have a couple of days worth of showers and storms. May even add up to a season's worth of rain for us in South Florida. The rest of the country, pretty quiet. Friday and Saturday, a lot of sunshine. This is great for all the festivals that are going to be going on this weekend to kick off the holiday season. A lot of tree lightings, a lot of parades, Santa coming to town. You'll have some good weather for that on Saturday. Sunday, we've got to watch an area of low pressure here. Some rain showers possible from Missouri right up into Illinois and Wisconsin, and the West Coast, the active spot with another system coming in, and rain from Seattle down into Northern California. 33, 34 degrees, and you think that it can't stick, but if it comes down in a burst, Dave, like this, it's going to cause some issues.
Is that called lake effect or no?
No, just upper level low.
Just snow coming down.
Just snow. Either way, it's sticking roads, and although your temperatures aren't crazy cold, it's still going to be slushy and slick on some of the roadways and bridges and overpasses. Be careful. Those are going to be some of the trouble spots. Here we go, Cleveland. Here's a look at the radar. You can see, again, just east of town, little enhancement right up here. You see where you see that brighter, darker blue, and that's where the snow is falling heavy enough to stick. And when it wraps up, you'll be doing better. This is due to the upper level low, but no doubt you're getting a little help from the moisture from Lake Erie, which is helping us get that snowfall right there. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on. Upper level low, this is the thing right here. You can barely see it, but you sort of get a sense of the spin. That's continuing to move along. It's also going to help trigger some snow today through parts of the Northeast, especially farther north in New England. There's also a surface low that I'm keeping an eye on up here that's actually right now off the coast of Maine. As that moves along, that's going to help throw back some moisture into northern Maine, and we are going to get our first big snowstorm of the season. So take a look. Right now we've got some light snow out there across western and central Pennsylvania. Johnstown reporting a little bit of snow. Watching some of that along 86 up here in New York. Also keeping an eye on the thruway, but nothing yet for you there. Watching very closely Buffalo, because today is the day. If we don't get measurable snow, we will be looking at our latest first snowfall on record. A little bit of snow right now now across northern parts of Vermont. Through the day today, this is going to be the area to watch over here. The other snow will be wrapping up, but then this starts wrapping in, I should say, as we get the moisture wrapping in from that low off the coast. And so snowfall for caribou, snow across northern Maine. It's going to be on the order of maybe a half foot of snow. Raindrops were anatomically correct. Raindrops are not like teardrop shaped. They are hamburger bun shaped. Anyway, that was very cool. Mark, thank you. Today we've got rain like that falling in the west. Here it's going to be a pretty busy one with a lot of wind moving into western Washington too. Then we look to Friday's forecast. The east quiets down, a lot of sunshine. South Florida doesn't. We keep the showers and storms around. The weekend looking good for all of the activities. A lot of holiday tree lightings and parades. We'll have good weather for that. But by Sunday, a couple of showers out there coming in around Missouri and of course the west coast. Dealing with that kind of weather this morning around the Cleveland area east of town. Already about 3 to 4 inches.
Yeah, we've been looking at pictures from Menor, and you see the snow coming down. You were there. I was there at the same time. Oh, and there was absolutely no snow. We didn't see one flake. Now it's coming down.
Can you tell we sort of wanted to have the snow?
We wanted it because it comes down on Thanksgiving in Cleveland and Youngstown. It is the law. And the law has been violated for some reason.
Now it's coming down on a Thursday morning, so we want to show you what you're dealing with as you make your way to work this morning. Again, that's snow in the Cleveland area. A lot of it's been east of town. You get a little elevation there that's helping to enhance the snowfall and have just enough cold air to get us that. This is the culprit too, this little spin right here. This thing is on the move. It doesn't look like a big deal. But we are going to be watching for it. I'm a terrible telestrator. We are going to be watching for it to scoot on into the northeast. Plus, we've got a surface low, which I've noticed is right here off the coast of Maine right now. As that continues to be on the move today, it's going to help throw back some moisture. We're going to be looking at, I think, northern Maine to have one of your biggest snow events yet this season. You really haven't had anything, so not hard to top. Cleveland, here's how the radar looks. You can see that snow there. Erie, we've got some snow in the area. Buffalo, nothing yet. Not optimistic about you getting any snow today. Today would be the latest first snowfall on record. We could set that record today in Buffalo. Some snow into northern Pennsylvania too, especially when you get up into the Laurel Highlands. That's where we're getting some of that slushy snow sticking. So putting the forecast into motion today, we've got that snow in Pennsylvania, western New York. That pretty much goes away as the upper level disturbance moves on out. Then we go and focus our attention here into northern Maine. This is where we're going to be looking for the snow to add up to more than a half foot in spots. You can see that continuing through tonight and then pulling out overnight as the low pulls out and out to sea. So we'll see improving weather by tomorrow morning there. Otherwise, today a little breezy up here in the northeast. Snowfall adding up to 5 to 8 inches of snow right across central and northern Maine. Again, our first big event in the season. Hard to believe Dave had to wait to December 3rd for that.
Oh my goodness, can you believe that? Yeah. We got to get the Niz on the phone to talk about that stuff,
that
right?
Buffalo stuff, yeah.
Be down pretty soon.